Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving weekend. Today we've got a super special guest, but before we get to him, I'd like to introduce my two cohorts here, Adam and Pierre. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey,
Good,
doing
John.
well.
How are you?
Good, good. So what do you guys have planned for this weekend? Anything special? Getting ready for the big turkey day or?
I got a stack of board games in for review literally yesterday.
Yeah.
So we're going to be playing a lot of games this weekend and doing a lot of reviewing.
Oh, that's awesome. What about you, Pierre?
Very nice. Well, I also have a review planned, but a video review. So I'll be working on that this weekend and, play video games as usual, doing it very relaxed for this weekend. So it's going to be a fun time.
That's great, great. Alrighty, so without any further ado, I would like to introduce somebody that I am a super huge fan of. I'm sure you both are. Followed Tommy throughout his career. Ever since he started as a game tester, making some fantastic games in the 90s, all the way up until becoming the CEO of Intellivision. It is none other than Tommy Tallarico. Hey, Tommy, how are you?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh, wow. We are so honored to have you here today. I really do appreciate that. Giving us this inside scoop on Amico.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
What do you want to know?
Let's start out, Tommy, if you don't mind. If you could just, for those that might not know what Amico is, could you give us like a brief overview? Like, what is Amico? Who is it geared towards? And what type of games might we see on Amico?
Yeah, so I've been in the video game industry over 32 years. Have worked on over 350 games, which is a Guinness World Record. Actually, I got it. It's right over there, the Guinness World Record.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
But the but one of the things that I saw in the industry is that modern games have become like, for the home console systems and PCs, have become very complex. They've become solitary. A lot of games, are starting to get more violent, photorealistic, and so I saw that kind of couch co-op that we all loved growing up. When we think of the best moments that we've spent together in video games, it's usually when somebody's sitting next to us on a couch, whether it's maybe it's GoldenEye on the N64, Halo LAN parties, or Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, whatever, right? We all have these fond memories of being with our friend. Maybe it was Choo Choo Rockets on the Dreamcast. Or
I love Choo Choo Rocket.
Who knows, right?
Yeah.
And so although that style of game still exists, it's definitely like in the minority, right? And so we wanted to create an entire video game console that focuses around family and friends getting back together in the living room and playing simple to pick up and play games, no matter what your skill level is, right? Because a lot of games, even like a great game like Overcooked, which is an amazing game, right? And there's a current day console couch co-op game, but my mom isn't going to be playing Overcooked anytime soon, right? So what a gamer considers to be casual sometimes isn't as casual as somebody who plays a mobile game, right? And so when you look at the industry, you'll see that there's 200 million hardcore gamers in the world. That's PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. Yet 3.1 billion people that play video games on their mobile phones. And so we're not really trying to compete with Sony, Microsoft, Xbox, or PC gaming. Let them go, and really go nuts with those 200 million folks, we're more interested in getting those 3.1 billion casual gamers to come into the living room and play with other people as well. Because when you think about it, not only, multiplayer gaming these days on like the Xbox, whatever, that kind of, it's like a kid in a dark room with their headphones on. That's multiplayer gaming.
Right.
But on mobile, everything is solitary as well. It's just kids, parents, whatever, just staring at a phone. So we're seeing gaming become more solitary and kind of getting away from couch co-op like the way it used to be when we were all growing up. And so that's really the whole genesis, not the Sega Genesis, the whole creation of Intellivision Amico, and Amico is the Italian word for friend. It all focuses around simple to pick up and play games, getting back in the living room, similar kind of to what the Wii was 15 years ago, right? Like my mom bought a Wii,
Yeah, everybody had a Wii, right?
You could do this. Wii's were being sold in nursing homes all over the world,
Yeah.
And so we want to kind of take that concept that Nintendo's already proven out, but we want to take that, but really expand on it and use simple technology. And here's our controller. Use simple technology to kind of really focus on that couch co-op experience. And all of our games have single player as well, but all of them also have couch co-op, and anyone can pick up and play, and they're easy to do. But the technology behind the controller is actually pretty cool and unique as well. We have LED lights around the disc like that. The buttons all light up as well, big giant buttons also. And then this disc, of course, we have a gyroscope and an accelerometer, so you can kind of see that rolling around. A color capacitive touchscreen. So this is the same kind of touchscreen that's on your phone. Of course, the difference being is that I can beat the hell out of it and it's not going to break. There's no scratches. You can throw it around the room. It's kid proof.
With my kids, that'll be great.
And then the disc itself, most D-pads are 8 positions: up, down, left, right, and diagonals. Ours has 64 positions.
Wow.
Right? So you can see how quick, and you see that green bar on the top. We even have, it's even like touch sensitive as well. So the harder you press down. So when you're playing some of the games and you want to go a little bit faster, you can press down a little bit harder. Wireless contact charging. So you just put it right back. This is a faceplate for our Galaxy Purple. That looks cool. But you can, you put it right into the thing, and it comes with 2 controllers as well. And you can also take your mobile device, hook it up, and this is my mobile phone. You can also download our free app and hook that up as well.
No
and
way.
You can get 8 devices right out of the box, and it comes with 6 full games as well.
Wow.
So 6 games. The last console to come with 2 controllers? Do you remember what it was?
Super Nintendo, wasn't it?
1990, Super Nintendo. Over 30 years ago, that it came standard with 2 controllers. And I think that's really all you need to know about the direction of where the video game industry has gone over the last 30 years, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Jeez.
Now, it also has RFID. You'll see the RFID on there as well. So what that means is I can take gift cards or our boxed edition games, and you can tap those on the system, and it downloads them immediately, which is really cool. And I can take my controller, I can go over your house, and when I dock my controller in your machine, it recognizes that this is my controller. So anything that I already own, we can now play on your system. for free.
Oh, wow.
How cool is
That
that?
is
So,
awesome. Yeah.
now, if you'd like to see the physical products, the physical games, I
Yes.
have some right here. We revealed them on October 10th. So this is
Hmm.
this is hot off the press right here.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
and these
Wow.
we're actually selling these now. These you can buy these
Oh.
now. We ship them
Oh,
out to you this week.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
we have 8
Nice.
different ones, and the way it is, this is like this Dino Blaster is what they call
Mhm.
Bomberman over in Europe.
Yep.
So this is a Dino Blaster product. I'll tell you, and what it is when you open it up, it comes with a 3D lenticular card, so you
Oh,
can see
wow.
the kind of the the 3D of the cover, and then it has
Yeah.
information and data about the games.
Wow.
Um, and then it also has a collector's coin. So every single game has its own
Oh.
minted coin. So you use a little Dino
Oh,
Blaster
wow.
on one side
it's
and
amazing.
the Running
So,
Man logo on the other.
so
And
you
then,
said every game has their own coin?
yes, every game has their own
Oh.
coin, has their
Now,
own
if
card.
that's an incentive to buy right there. We got to collect them all, right? We
like
have
like
to have
Pokemon.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And then the RFID card, it looks like the old Intellivision
Oh,
cartridge,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Wow.
And then he's got the little screws on the back. But then
Okay.
this, you actually, so this is the RFID. So you tap
Yep.
it,
Hmm.
and then boom, it downloads it. But the really cool thing about this is that you can also detach it as well and give
Oh,
that to somebody else, or if you want to sell it on eBay or
okay.
whatever. And
That's
all
what I
of
was
our
gonna ask.
games are
Yeah.
actually NFTs and are part of the blockchain, right?
Wow.
So
Okay.
so each game is its own unique individual thing. And this here, all of these that we're selling now,
Hmm.
we branded these. The first 50,000 that we ran off
Oh,
are limited collector's editions.
Cool.
So
oh,
Nice.
now
so
you just said some key words there. Limited
yeah,
collector's edition.
right. So and we wanted to differentiate the
Hmm.
very first 50,000 that we ever ran off.
Oh my
So we'll
gosh.
be making more of these,
Right.
right? But the first 50,000 uh,
Oh,
total will have limited collector's edition. So they're going fast right now.
now, wow. Okay, so where can we buy those? For those watching, if they want to purchase them now, where can we
Yeah.
go and buy them at?
Yeah, I mean, we'll give you the direct link, but
Okay.
also if you just go to Intellivision.com.
Oh, okay, great. Awesome. That is fantastic. Oh
Tommy,
my gosh.
is there anything on the spine?
Yeah, the spine basically has the name of the game and our logo.
So it does look good. It'll look good on a shelf then.
Yeah.
That's what
Nice.
matters to me. How does it look on a shelf?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
it is.
you
Wow.
stack. Yeah, you stack them exactly. Yeah, you stack them really nice. Yeah,
Nice.
they're about this. They're about the size of like a PS Vita. I think I. There you go. Here's like MLB The Show, so you can see it's a
Okay.
little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
You know,
awesome.
Good
Yeah,
roughly,
comparison.
roughly the same size.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so
these are
you
all. The
said,
other thing too,
yep.
these are all recyclable, biodegradable as
Oh,
well.
nice. Nice.
So
So environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, environmentally friendly. Unlike the DVD and other cases that are out there, this is
Mhm.
this is all using all, and this is all paper, and it's UV spot. I don't know if you can see a little
Oh,
shine on
nice.
there
Very
Oh,
nice.
yeah,
as
yeah.
well, and the inside is like that also, where it's
Wow.
kind of spot. You can see the glow on
Beautiful.
the. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool.
Nice. Nice.
What I
So,
will commend you on there, Tommy, real quick, is just the
Yeah,
fact that you're using the case. I won't
yes.
mention who, but you get those little cartridges in a big case, and it's just a lot of plastic.
right. That's right. That's right.
So
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah.
totally.
From me to you, thank you for actually using the case.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's interesting because when you think about video game physical media over the last 25 years, it's just a DVD case. That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
And even the Switch is like half a DVD case, right? Uh,
Right.
but and you open it up and there's that piece of paper that just goes behind the plastic, and
Mhm.
you get like a disc, you know?
Right.
And so we wanted to really go back to, this is all, printed, it's all different, it's printed on here. It's on the box. It's
Box.
something that's
Yeah.
so simple, but that we're missing these days, in
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah, it's those finer details that really, mean a lot, especially for collectors and things like that. So I
Yeah.
wanted to touch on, okay, so for the games themselves. So if I go to the store and I
Mhm.
purchase a game, let's say I go to Best Buy,
Let's
right?
say, let's say,
Let's say,
yeah,
for example, and I go
yeah,
to Best Buy, I buy some Amico games, and I come home, and so I'm gonna tap that to associate it with my Amico. And when I
yeah.
tap that, it's going to then download it off of the internet. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But you don't have to have your Amico connected after that. The only
Okay.
time you have it connected is when
Hmm.
you download it. Then you can take it offline and play it
Fine.
forever. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then that's going to associate that game with my Amico. Now you said that you could also, like, if I want to sell it or give
Mhm.
it to someone or let them borrow it, we can kind of deassociate that with my Miko, and that way it's back to being free, and whoever wants to associate that.
Correct. It's transferable is what
Transferable.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
And to give you a little specifics on how that works, because it's a question
Right.
that a lot of people will ask, is
Yep.
that when you take this, when
Hmm.
you tap it again, it will ask you if you want to unconnect it from your console. And
Okay.
then you can sell it, you can give it away, you can return it, whatever you want, right? Now you
Right.
might say, yeah, but Tommy, what if somebody forgets to do that? And so
Hmm.
let's say that somebody taps it and then they go on eBay, somebody buys it on eBay, but the
Hmm.
other person didn't disconnect it.
Right.
So remember, because this is an NFT and exists in the blockchain and everything is its own unique game,
Hmm.
so you'll see, like, there's a serial number. Every
Yeah.
single game also has a physical serial number on it. So if I buy it off eBay and the
Yep.
person forgot to disassociate it, when I go to tap it on my Amico,
Hmm.
it'll say, hey, this is already registered to somebody else. Tell me can you input the serial number
Yep.
into there? So it knows that I have the card because I
Or
just
yep.
tapped it on it,
Hmm.
and it knows that then I have to put in the serial number as well. So those two combinations,
Yep.
having the physical card and the numbers,
Yep.
it will automatically disassociate it and tag
Nice.
it to the new system.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
So
So
Pretty
so
I
cool.
so basically, like, possession is 9/10 of the law, right? That whole
Exactly.
scenario, right? So there's no way, like, someone could scam you or anything, if they think, oh, they're
Oh,
gonna
so
scam them.
people will find a way.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
eventually, sure, if they really really want to, but
Yeah,
for
the,
the
the dumbest thing
majority,
I could ever say is that no one's going to hack our machine ever, because then you just challenged a whole bunch of hackers. So, no, no.
right, right.
So I'll say the opposite.
Yeah, yeah. Well, but you've made it a nice, simple, easy process. I know that there's other console manufacturers, I won't name them, where when you tie something to a system, you've got to
Yeah,
get on the phone, then you've got to wait, then you've got to do all this it's very frustrating, time
yeah,
consuming. And with this Amico, you've made it just tap tap, and if for some reason someone forgets or is trying to, pull the wool over your eyes there, as long as you've got the card there, you can verify the serial number.
that's
You're
right.
good to go. Yeah,
And the
that's
other thing too, let's think of from like yeah, we're talking about this, but that same
mhm,
technology also used with gift cards, right? So how many
correct.
times have you taken like a Nintendo Switch or Xbox, PlayStation, you get a $25-$50 gift card, you take it
Yep.
home, and then what do you have to do? You have to sit there tap in a
Yeah.
32-digit alphanumeric code with dual analog sticks or a D-pad. It's so
Yep.
frustrating. You want to throw your controller through the screen at that point, right? This is what you do with an Intellivision Amico game.
Hmm.
Let's say you were to buy a gift card at, I don't know, let's say Best Buy, and you take that home, tap, $50 shows up. Done.
Yeah.
There
Wow.
you go.
With this happening, Tommy, I can feel like people will walk around with the Amico in their purse and then try to scan those cards while
You
they're
mean
being shopping,
you
right?
mean in an Amico bag that
Ah,
you could buy
Right.
at a place like Best Buy, for example. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that like people will try to scam other people, right? They'll bring their Amico in the store and try to scan all of those cards, and
Yeah,
but
no,
I'm just kidding. That's not good.
we have things in place for that as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
wow.
sure.
So can you tell us and maybe show us each of the games that you actually have there that are for sale that people can buy?
Yeah, well, we have 8 of them, and so we
Okay.
detail all of them on our website as well. But yeah, I mean, this
Okay.
is Dino Blaster,
Yep.
which I saw there,
Yep.
and then Finnegan Fox.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh
Here, so
yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
yeah, and so he really got, and
Beautiful.
again, you get, remember, like I said, all the different coins. So you
Yeah.
can see the Finnegan Fox coin
Wow.
right there.
That's awesome.
Again, the cool, lenticular, the 3D card, really cool.
Yeah, nice.
So Finnegan Fox, and then here's Evel Knievel.
Yep.
And so the cards are always, what the cover is. And then again, you can open the card up and you turn it around, and there's always, data information about the game or about Evel Knievel, the person, or whatever. I don't have with me, there's Moon Patrol as well that I don't have, and Biplanes. I don't think I have a copy, here, but Evel Knievel, and then Brain Duel, which is really cool because this is like this is very similar to like Brain Age, except multiplayer, which
wow.
more people are doing. Yeah, so you can, and the really cool thing about this is that it's multiplayer, but everybody has like different, like the answers on their touch screen. So like when you do it, you're like kind of like trying to tap the right things all kind of together, which is really neat. So that's a cool one. Rigid Force Redux Enhance is really nice.
Oh, nice.
So Rigid Force Redux is a game that has come out digitally on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, Steam. But what we did is we enhanced it and we added a whole new multiplayer mode. So none the other games are just single players. Ours is multiplayer, and we've added more music, more sound design, different gameplay, different control schemes that are really utilize the touchscreen. It's really cool.
Nice.
And ours is half the price of all the other ones out there. So you get more, but half the price, which is kind of cool.
Wow.
And then our retro fans will remember this one, I'm sure. Missile Command. And again, you get the cool card. The 3D card is really neat with this one, and the coin, and So those are all 8 that we have.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nice. What was the process of selecting which one you wanted physical when you decided to use them?
So the machine itself, the console itself, comes with 6 different games on boards, right? So it's preloaded with 6 free games, and so those were, so we looked at the demographics of who we felt, because these are only the first 8, right? We're going to be doing a lot more, but the first 8 we decided, okay, there's going to be a lot of retro and old school gamers who are watching us now, who've already pre-ordered the console already from places like Best Buy. And so when you look at these, it's like, okay, here's a 2D platformer. Here's like, a 4 up to 4 player, like a Bomberman style. Rigid Force Redux 2D shooter, Brain Duel, that's kind of more for, family, older grandparents like that one as well. Again, a 2D, kind of action sports style game, and Missile Command, a retro game. So you can see where and then Biplanes is like that, and Moon Patrol, another retro game. So we kind of, our first ones that came out are really more focused on retro gamers, because those are the people who are buying the console already.
Yeah.
You know, but once it starts to expand, once we get more units out there, then you're going to see a lot more family titles, a lot more casual titles, card games, board games, edutainment for younger kids. You're going to see a lot more of that, kind of down the road. Recreational sports games using the motion controls, things like that. So it's all like a process. But this first batch, it's a great question, because this first batch we did more focus on, the retro gamer, because they're the ones who are most excited right now and who have orders in already.
Yeah. So Tommy, I was going to ask you a question. We know that Amico games, they're not going to have DLC. There's not going to be loot boxes or any of that extra stuff where they're trying to nickel and dime you. What about updates? If there's a game that might need, let's say, like bug or something,
absolutely, we'll update
available?
Game.
Okay, great.
Absolutely. We're just not going to charge anyone for things like in-app. So when you say DLC, it's not like purchasable DLC or anything. But we would definitely will be updating if there's a patch needed, and there always is, right? I mean, there's always and that'll download in the background. You won't even know it's happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So we know due to COVID, there's been delays with Amico supposed to
with
be coming
everything.
out. with everything, really. Like electronics and hardware and stuff like that is extremely hard to get, and obviously, it's put a damper in your plans there. Do you? Now I don't want to hold you to anything, or I know you may not have any like a specific date, but is there idea of when you would like to launch Amico?
Oh, for sure. Well, we would like to launch it last week. But what we're doing right now is we sit here in October, middle of October. We're still trying to potentially get some of the Founders Editions. We're going to try our hardest to try to get those by Christmas. Now, the way we would do that, because you say, well, Tommy, the ships are already backed up. Like, they're talking about, like, when you make stuff now, it's not even coming until next year. The way we would pull that off is to ship all of the components and parts and then assemble them here in the United States. So that's what, now that drives costs through the ceiling. So, so one of the ways that, that could potentially happen for Christmas is if that becomes a possibility, and we're looking into that. And it's a cost thing, and it's a budget and balancing thing. It's a corporate thing. There's a lot of moving parts to all that. But to get it into retailers, like, for example, Best Buy, that's something that we're completely 100% focused on Q1 of 2022. That's where, and again, we don't have, the exact date right now. No one does, it's very, very difficult. Even if you had it manufactured, you could be sitting on a boat in Long Beach right now, like waiting to get in. So it's just, it's absolute craziness. And people say it's not going to get back to normal till like the end of 2022, we have another year of this to deal with,
Wow. That's well, hopefully everything turns out, and
I would say to people, get your pre-orders in early. I mean, that's I'm not, if you're a person who's thinking like, hey, when it comes out and when it's on the shelves, I'll go down and get it at that point. That's not going to be for a while, like anyone who's pre-ordering, you take care of those people, first. So it's, it's not going to be a situation where, I'm just going to walk into a store like Best Buy. You know, but if you pre-order it there, then they'll send them out to you. But you know,
Right.
if you're a person who walks into a store and hoping, it's like PlayStation 5 right now, right? I mean, it's
Yeah. You're not just going to walk in and
yeah,
find
it's
it
like
sitting there
unless
on the
you found a
shelf.
unicorn, it's like, oh my God, there's one left. You know, it's not, you know, or you're paying $1,500 on eBay.
Even
Yes,
though it doesn't
exactly.
release in Christmas, even if it releases, let's say in February, it'll
Yeah.
feel like Christmas anyway, right? Because
There you go.
because opening that box as a gamer, it's always a good feeling, and I really like that you guys has considered to sell these in retail store, because it's going to be so fun to just go in a store and look at these games and decide what you want to buy, and it's fun to see that kids will be able to do that. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
and
admire
parents.
that.
Yeah,
And parents, yeah,
Parents too, yeah,
definitely, and
yeah.
parents as well. You know, like myself, I've been, and just like everybody here that really we're talking to, you know, we've been gaming for 30 years, if not longer, or whatever. So, you know, we've played everything from the Nintendos, the Genesis, even the obscure like the Neo Geos, the 3DOs, and things like that. But it's nice to see you coming to the market with something for everybody,
and
right?
unique,
You know,
right? New and unique.
yeah,
Yeah, and I think
completely unique. Yeah.
the top three consoles, you know, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, you know, out of all of those companies, I think Nintendo is probably the best innovator, you know, because, you know, PlayStation and Microsoft, they're kind of on the same, you know, more power, more,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
but they're very similar in specs, similar in the style of games. So I really commend Nintendo for kind of being the company, and I love all three of them. I love them all,
Yep.
you know, but you know, you got to commend Nintendo for always doing something a little different, right?
Yep.
And
Yes.
so I think we're more like Nintendo in that
Nintendo.
regards, in that we're going to come at this with a totally different, you know, a totally different way, but we're marketing to a totally different audience as well,
Yes.
you know?
Yep. Yeah. And that's great. Like you're going to do your own thing and not worry
Yeah,
what Microsoft or you said like
correct.
Nintendo or any of them are doing. And
I think
I
it's the
do
only way
see,
to really break in at this point, you know, by
yeah,
doing something completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do see online where people talking and the hate that's, you know, always with online. There's always people that doubt, like, is the Amico real? Is the controller it's lag? And I mean, you've been
Yeah,
going around the United States,
yeah.
what at least the last couple of months there demoing it.
Since
You were in,
March. Since
yeah,
March.
weren't you in Utah last week, this
We were
past
in the
Saturday?
Salt Lake
Yeah.
area, Utah last
Yeah.
weekend. Yeah. And
Yeah.
we're going
Yeah.
to go to Boston, Massachusetts next.
Yeah, so people and families getting a chance to go hands-on with Amico, even though it's not available to buy at the store yet, but this, you know, gives them a chance to see and play the games. And
Yeah.
from all the reactions from everybody that I've talked to and that I've seen that have actually got to play Amico, it's all been positive.
I mean,
You know,
that's great, right? I mean, at the end
yeah,
of the day, that's all that really matters, right? So
yeah, yeah,
like you said, the negativity, the doubters, whatever, you know, that just means that we have their attention,
yeah,
and, you know, and really they're a part of the community, you know,
right, yeah.
whether they like it or not. If they're always talking about it, they're a part of the community.
That's right.
But that means something, right? You know, that
Yeah,
means that we're doing something right, that
yeah,
other people are, you know what the worst thing would be is if no one cared. If
that's
if
right.
if
Right.
people, positive or negative, stop talking about it, I don't care anymore. I don't even care. So the fact that
Right.
there's interest there, I think, is a
Yeah.
very positive thing. Means that we're onto something, you know, kind
Yep.
of big here. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's the thing, is that the people who play it, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Do you
Yeah.
play it, and do you like it? Yeah, it might
Yeah.
not be for everybody. I get
That's
it.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
If you're a hardcore Call of Duty, just like Nintendo isn't for everybody, just like
Right. Yeah.
Xbox isn't for everybody, just like
That's right.
PlayStation isn't for everybody, right? Just like mobile games aren't for everybody. So,
That's right.
so obviously that's going to be the case, right? But
Mhm.
what we've seen and what we're very excited about is that, as you mentioned, every time we bring it out into the wild, every
Yeah.
time people get a chance to play it, they fall in love with it, and that's good news for Intellivision fans.
That's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was talking to John earlier, and I have young kids, and
You're perfect. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I've got 4, 7, and 11, right? So
Oh, that's
we're
the exact perfect
There you go.
demographic.
This
yeah,
Amico,
we're
yeah.
excited to play this and try this out. But I have to
I
say,
can't
I've
wait
always
to.
seen the people, the detractors, and the way you handle them. And I was telling John, I was like, the way Tommy handles those people online is just fantastic. Like,
Oh,
just
Yeah.
play it.
well,
You
I
want to
get
play it?
myself
Try
in
it.
trouble sometimes because I got a bit of a big mouth and an East Coast Italian attitude sometimes, and that sometimes doesn't mix well with anonymous haters hiding behind a screen. But I try to learn from my mistakes. But I always, the important thing is you're always upfront, you're always honest.
Yep.
And if
Yep.
people don't believe you, then that's their choice. That's
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
But when you have nothing to hide, and when you
Yeah.
always tell the truth, then you don't have anything to hide.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My
And
favorite's just when
that's
when they comment that they don't like it, and they've never even touched it. They just basing it
Yeah.
on what they've seen, and you're just like, would you like
Hey,
to
but
try
you know
it?
what? But again, I
right.
think this is good news. You know what else they all hated? The Nintendo Wii before it came
Yep.
out. It was the third
Right.
biggest selling console of all time, 102 million units sold, generated
Mhm.
$50 billion plus for Nintendo. I want to be in
Yeah.
that group. You know what else they hated? If you remember? Oh my God, the Switch. Whoa,
Yeah.
wow. Nintendo
Yeah.
should just get out of hardware like Sega did. Remember all those articles?
Yep.
Remember all
Yep.
those
Yep.
videos?
Mhm.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
hey, we're in good company, I guess.
Yeah, and I think what I like is you're very transparent. You're very upfront. You make us feel like we're part of the Intellivision family. That we're sharing it. We can sit down here and talk to you just like a friend. We've known for the past 20 years. You're very, like I say, open about it. Very nice, forthcoming. You share the information, and I think that's fantastic. And you don't see a
Yeah.
lot of some of the other companies or even
Well, everything's
developers
very
where
secretive, right? Everything,
yes,
because they're in competition with each other. They got to be
right,
very secretive. They got to hold their cards to the chest. I get it. I totally understand and respect that, and I
mhm,
understand why they do it, right?
right, right,
And so for us, though, we're not big like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. And my
mhm,
whole thing is I wanted to take people along the journey with us. Like,
right,
hey, we're building a brand new video game console. Come along for the ride.
yeah,
Watch. And again, it's not all roses and sunshine, you know,
right,
on this journey, and especially over the last year and a half, the challenges that we've faced, the fact that we're still here and in business is a
yeah,
miracle, when
yeah,
hundreds
yeah,
of thousands of other companies that are a lot stronger and a lot more post revenue than us were out there and they went under. So for us, it's like we want to it's almost like a diary to this thing, right? We want
yeah,
to bring the people who are interested, we want to bring you along for the ride through the hills and the valleys, through the
yeah,
peaks
yep,
and the stumbles.
yeah,
So we're all kind of doing this together. We want you to feel like you're part of the family and that you're a part of this thing and you're following along. Again, whether you like it or not, that's okay. It's if anything, it's entertainment for folks.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And I think this would be something, like you mentioned, like this is a video game memory that you'll take on like for the rest of your life. Like you
Yeah.
mentioned, as we were growing up with the couch co-op and the playing with other people. I remember early teenage years of playing Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo. Like we created our own paper championship belt, and every time at
Yeah.
lunch we'd have people come over and you had to defend the belt at least twice a week, and there's all these rules and stipulations, and it's those memories that you
Yeah.
remember 20-30 years later, and you look upon them, it's like, wow, that was really fun, that was
we
awesome.
actually made a golden eye trophy that my friends, and we took a PlayStation controller that didn't, or not, sorry, an N64 controller
Or
that didn't work anymore, and we
yeah.
painted it gold, and we mounted it on a piece of marble. We got an etched thing, golden eye champion, and then
Yeah.
it would change hands, and we on paper we had a whiteboard that we'd put
Hmm.
up, and we'd create all our own little tournaments and this and that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So
and
it's
so we
those.
want Amico to replace all that, and we want to have all that kind of stuff out of the box in the right in the platform.
Wouldn't that be amazing just to see that, like see people doing tournaments like that with the Amico? Like,
Right.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely for sure. All right. Well, Pierre or Adam, do you have any other questions for Tommy before we wrap it up?
Well, I just maybe just something to say. I'm a big collector of video games. I like the limited aspect of game, and
Yeah.
you just sold me with these limited edition games.
Get 'em while they're
It's
hot.
great. Yeah.
Fifty
So
thousand, right?
so I just want to say like yeah, just to encourage you guys to do a collector's edition, that comes
For
with
sure.
shirts, or that comes with music, soundtracks and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
really like that. And if you could even how can I say that, like encourage publishing companies like limited run games to
Yeah,
get your
we're
games,
talking a limited run. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
very good, very good.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
and that's all I had to say. That's I
Appreciate
think
it.
that's what's selling me on the Amico right now, because
I'm glad you're excited.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
Now, remember, Pierre, when we started out here, there was 50,000. There's only 48,000 left. So you better, as soon as we get off here with Tommy, we've got to order all 8 games so we make sure we have those limited.
We have
Really
a
love.
special 8-game bundle, in fact, which is a little less
see?
expensive as well. So you can
Ooh,
get
There
all
you
8
go.
in one
Discount.
bundle. Yeah.
My plan is
Wow.
to go on that website right after this meeting. So, yeah.
Oh wow! I really love the special the coins. Like that is
Hmm.
so awesome. I never would even think about that, and there's being unique,
Yeah.
and that just wants you to like, okay, well, do I want to really buy this game? Oh, well, it's got this cool coin, this one of a kind coin. So
Mhm.
that's awesome. I really commend you on that. That is so great.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll wrap it up here today. Just want to say thank you so much, Tommy, for taking time out of your super busy schedule to come here and talk with us about Amico and give us a first look at the physical games and the packaging, and just talk to us, and telling us everything about it. So super excited to get my hands on Amico when it does come out. I did pre-order the Founders Edition, so
Woohoo!
crossing my fingers for a Christmas miracle. If
There you
it's
go.
able to happen, that would be awesome. So yeah, I know as soon as when I saw the Founders Edition pre-orders, I was like, I have to get this, right?
Those
the
sold out in
wood
5
grain.
hours too. In 5
Yeah,
hours,
yeah.
they're all gone.
That was awesome. So, wow. I can't wait to get my hands on Amico. And again, thank you, Tommy, so much for coming here today. And we will
Thank you.
have the links in the description below for the games and whatnot so that you can go right onto the Intellivision webpage and purchase those.
Great. Thank you so much, everyone.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Tommy.
Thank you so
Yep,
much.
thanks.
Bye.
Let's go.